Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Run TMC. I'm your host, Max Miller, and I'm thrilled that in this episode, we're featuring the recently launched SAP Concur Training for TMCs. We began offering this TMC-specific training earlier this year, and the response has been fantastic. We're talking about it here today because we want you to take advantage of this. Joining me in the discussion today is Gillian Bagan, our Senior Education Consultant in all things partner training guru. Thank you for joining me here today, Gillian.
Well, thanks for inviting me, Max. Training and enablement is a really important part of the overall partner program that we offer to our valued partners. And I'm really excited to be here today to talk to the TMCs about what's available exclusively for them in terms of training and enablement. So to support the TMCs in their customer engagements and interactions when they're messaging and pitching those SAP Concur solutions. We want all partners to have access to this free, which is always good news, and self-paced learning platform.
Wonderful. So before we dive in, can you give us a brief description of your role and how your team works to curate training materials for our TMCs?
Of course. I'm part of the SAP learning team, and our smaller team is the SAP Concur Partner Strategy Enablement team. And within that, I'm responsible for delivering all of that sales content that I'm about to talk about for our global TMCs, as well as our service partners. We're really proud to offer, as a team, this wealth of information, whether it be around implementation, certifications, and sales enablement content for our partners. As I've said before, it's self-paced, so partners can take it whenever they want, and it's available on the mobiles as well, so you can also take the training wherever you are in the world.
Thank you, Gillian. I think we can all agree that training is important. Continuing to build on the knowledge of what SAP Concur offers plays a key role in our TMC's sales and service efforts with their customers and prospects. That said, as we work through our daily priorities, we recognize things can slip when our days become full. Can you give us an overview of what we offer and how we can help our TMCs understand why this training is so valuable and why we're hoping everyone can make it a priority?
Yeah, it's true, Max. I think we can all remember putting off doing our school homework till the very last thing on a Sunday evening. There are so many competing priorities for our time at work, and learning sometimes can get pushed down that bottom of the list. So when we've created this learning, we've had that in mind, and we've created shorter modules and courses that partners can dip in and dip out of if they've got a spare 30 minutes of time. And the overall strategy for the learning journeys is we want to give our valued partners exactly the same access to sales enablement and training as a new starter would at SAP Concur. After all, the partners are an extended part of our sales family. So just like when a new starter begins their sales journey at SAP, they go through their sales learning journey, and so it's the same now for our partners. And learning doesn't just stop after your onboarding finishes. We've also got content to support more experienced sellers. Lots of developmental and extra extended learning is available too. Now, we know that our TMCs are really experienced in selling Concur Travel, but maybe there are new recruits in who haven't had as much experience and would really benefit from that curated learning journey, taking them through the basics of who SAP Concur, our history, an overview of the products, and then right through to messaging the value of Concur Travel. Now, for the more experienced TMCs, what we really want to do is give them the confidence to be able to go out and talk about that entire end-to-end spend management story. So think outside of that Concur Travel box and be able to confidently talk about Concur Expense It, Concur Request, for example. And it's all of these things that we've built into these learning journeys to really provide value to the partners, no matter their experience or tenure at their organizations.
That is great information. Thank you, Gillian. Now can you take us to the site and show us all the fantastic modules created for our TMCs? I know there is some really great badging and module completion recognition as well.
It's always great to do a demo, Max. I think it's always good to learn by just looking at what it is we've been talking about. So here on the screen is SAP Concur Training. This is the homepage, and you can clear that welcome message after the first time you visited. I recommend that you search for the courses that have been assigned to you using that yellow button that we're looking at now on the screen. Click through on all assigned courses and modules, and from there you can see the 4 that the TMCs will be assigned in terms of sales enablement. So we've got start with an overview, become competent in TMC partner sales, stay current in TMC sales, and apply and expand your skills in sales. Now you have to start with an overview, as you'd imagine. Once that's completed, and that gives you an overview of who we are, our history, and a really high level look at our core solutions. Once that's completed, it will unlock become competent in TMC sales. And that is where all of the content around sales messaging, demonstration, and discovery is held. So let's just take a look at what you can expect to see in there. So in terms of sales discovery, there's courses around whiteboarding, which is a really popular way of how our salespeople tell the Concur story. There's also help around personas. Who do we tend to speak to? What messages do we give to them? What objections will they sometimes give us back? How do we deal with those? And then into the sales message, we've got content there on how we go to market. So how, when we telling the SAP Concur story, what do we stress? What do we really focus on? And that'll help you when you're creating your pitches and your presentations. We've got content on expense, travel, as you'd expect, request, App Center, and also there's a really great course on sustainability. So what are the features that exist today within Concur Travel and Expense that can help travellers make really good sustainable choices when it comes to booking travel or spending money, really spending the organisation's money. And then we move on to demonstration. There's a click-through demo you can download if you wanted to do that Concur Expense and Travel demo for a customer. And then we've got, as you'd probably expect, objection handling. So what do we hear from our customers more commonly, more frequently, and how can we counter those objections? Now in Stay Current, which we'll take a look at now, you'll see in Stay Current there is a specific Concur Travel objection handling document. We are going to add to Stay Current, and that's the whole point of this learning path. We were going to add more content in the next 6 to 12 months. So anything new will sit in here. I just want to talk finally about apply and expand your skills in sales. This is for all our partner types, so our service partners, our resale partners, and the TMC partners. Now within here, we have got lots of specific content. So there's extended learning for TMCs. There is a really great social selling course, which I really recommend to all partners, about how you go about using LinkedIn to create really impactful sales and marketing campaigns. As well as this, we've got content around customer success, post-sale success. So lots. None of this is a mandatory learning, but I really recommend if you've got a particular interest in any of these subjects, such as customer success or social selling, that you do take a look at apply and expand your skills in sales. So that's a whistle-stop tour of SAP Concur Training. When you get your own logins, you'll be able to explore it for yourself.
Great information and demo, Gillian. Thank you for spending time today to showcase the exceptional work you and your team did to create this TMC specific training. It's wonderful to have this valuable tool in our TMC's toolbox as they sell SAP Concur solutions.
You're very welcome, Max, and thank you for the opportunity you've given me to be able to come and talk about SAP Concur Training today for the TMCs. It's such a valuable resource that we've got, and it's so full of content that I would love for as many TMCs as possible to take advantage of it. If any of the TMCs do have any issues with access, then they can just contact their SAP Concur Partner Business Manager and we can resolve those as quickly as possible. But thanks again for your time, Max. It's been really great speaking to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gillian, for joining me today. It's great to know this robust training has been developed and is available to our TMCs. And to our audience today, thank you for watching. And don't forget, you can find this and other Run TMC videos by searching the partner portal or by visiting Concur's YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on the next Run TMC. Thank you.